Hey, Lowell here with GamerGuides.com, and we've got another Hollow Knight Silksong guide to help you navigate the sprawling world of Farloom. This time around, I'm looking at the two paths you can take to close out Act 1 and reach the Citadel, including how to reach a secret boss through the mist area. So, as you may or may not know, you can finish Act 1 by either navigating the blasted steps and defeating the last judge, or you can head through Sinner's Road and enter a confusing Lost Woods type area that Zelda fans will feel right at home in and will eventually lead to the Phantom secret boss. Both areas have their own rewards, and I highly recommend exploring them both until their respective boss fights, or backtracking after clearing one to defeat the other. You should definitely take the time to defeat the Phantom, however, because you obtain a new equipable crest skill by doing so. I can also confirm that you can defeat the Phantom, then backtrack to take on the last judge, adding both to your creature journal. However, I cannot 100% confirm the opposite works, as I don't want to play through 20 hours of the game to check. Anyway, let's look at both areas in detail, starting with the Blasted Steps, which you can access west of the northwestern bench and Bell Beast fast travel spot in the Shellwood Forest. Here, a strong wind will periodically push Hornet back, and sandworms will chomp on her if she dares touch the ground. You can find the following in the Blasted Steps: an optional sub-boss fight, a charge attack for Hornet's Needle, a memory crest, a flea for the caravan, and some fun NPC interactions. The Blasted Steps, while not an easy area by any means, is the easier of the two. The challenge here actually comes from the run back to the boss, the last judge, as it's a bit of a platforming challenge to flip through this area with the wind knocking Hornet back. Still, in polling my peers at Gamer Guides, we've come to the conclusion that the Blasted Steps and the last judge are easier overall. That said, the last judge doesn't grant a reward for defeating her other than story progression and a sense of pride, maybe. To reach the Phantom and the alternate secret way into the Citadel, you must travel through Sinner's Road, which you'll find the entrance of high up above the halfway home in Greymoor. This area is full of annoying roach dogs and leech-infested waters you definitely don't want to fall into. You can find the following in Sinner's Road: a trapped NPC you can rescue, a new tool by completing a side quest, an NPC that offers Silk Eater items, a flea found right in this spot, but my initial recording froze. Trust me, he's here. And a simple key on a Roach Keeper enemy up here. Once again, footage froze. If you head west from the top of Sinner's Road, you'll come to the Mist, which is a Lost Woods type area where if you go the wrong direction or fall, you'll end up back at the start. To navigate it, you must play the needle in near the moths scattered about. They'll lead the way to the correct exit. However, these wraiths will attack Hornet if she gets too close, making it difficult to find your way. You can actually defeat them, I later learned, but I assumed they were invulnerable and made this way too hard on myself. If you keep following the moths and press on through, seriously, it took me like 10 attempts to make it, you'll arrive at a place called the Exhaust Organ. Make sure to rest at the bench here before heading on in to fight the Phantom, who thankfully has a very short run back. I found the Tax tool obtained in Sinner's Road combined with the Polyp Pouch great for this fight, as she spends a lot of time dashing about. Following these tunnels after defeating her will lead you to a bench and 2 fast travel points, allowing you to warp all the way back to the Blasted Steps to take on the last judge and add her to your creature compendium. So in the end, the best way to take is both. Again, I'd recommend exploring the Blasted Steps up to where the last judge spawns here in the top corner before doubling back to grab everything in Sinner's Road on your way to defeating the Phantom, then doubling back again to defeat the judge. And that's all there is to reaching Act 2. If you found this guide at all helpful, consider shooting us a like and maybe even subscribe so we can continue on our quest to fulfill all your gaming needs here at Gamer Guides.